Whenever I see horror-themed structures, I often find them to be either too hazardous and inhabitable or just too gruesome and too straightforward from horror movies. Rarely will you ever find one that's a bit more subtle, decent, and somewhat usable. You know, like some place people can actually just hang out. And so I decided to build one. I hadn't prepared any plans prior to this, but I was aiming for something like a Gothic Victorian style with arches and steep pointed roofs. I was anticipating this to be quite hard as on top of the complex form. This style also happened to go with crazy details, and also I thought it would help to not have too many ornaments to make it look a bit more modernized and to practically save time. And the thing that I learned while building this is that you want the plants to somehow break into different square shapes, as that's where the pointed roofs are going to fall on, and it really gives the structure an interesting form. Again, this is not the usual haunted house where people go to just for a scare, but rather I was imagining some kind of two-story restaurant or coffee shop where horror fans can actually dine. So I was going for something pretty dark, but not to the point where it's too uninviting, but just dark enough to invoke some curiosity and maybe even have a gorgeous and majestic vibe to it. And as far off as it may sound, I was also thinking about the house from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but maybe without the vibrant colors. For those who don't know, Foster's Home is a show from Cartoon Network, and I just always found the house in the show to look really cool. You know, it has that playful, funky vibe with a bit of gloomy mystery to it, which I thought would work really well for this build. I also got inspired by this house that I stumbled upon the internet. That is the Loomis House found in Springfield, that is designed by Boston firm of Ware and Van Brunt. For a bit of a side note, you know, while this is already somewhat of a known structure, I'm really surprised as to how this didn't get as much praise as I think it should, in spite of how insanely gorgeous it looks to me. The proportions are just spot on and the form looks really good, it holds really well, it has this majestic steep roofs and has a really good color to it, and by the end of the video you're probably gonna find its strong resemblance to the build. And as simple as it looks, it actually took me about a couple of weeks to finally finish this, which is crazy. There had been a lot of iterations in the model and a lot of stuff just keep happening behind the scenes. Like, I knew this was going to be hard, but still I was getting sick of it and was just about to throw the towel. But in the end I decided, screw it, I'm just gonna suck it up and finish it. And that is it for our dark, majestic, horror themed restaurant with a lot of arches and pointed roofs. I think it looks good, though I might have overdid some parts, thinking about maybe adding more details and ornaments in there, but it's over for me. You know, I'm so tired, I don't want anything to do with this anymore. It would be really cool though to hear about what you think down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, and I'm gonna see you on the next build.